Today I'm sculpting the mythological Greek satyr, part man, part horse. Also, in doing this I learned that they're not part goat. I always thought they were a goat. But here we go. I started with an armature that I posed in Pose-It for the iPad. It's a great way to get all of your proportions down, get the exact pose you're looking for. And then I just started building on top of that. The satyr was a male nature spirit with ears and tails resembling that of a horse, as well as adult male appendages that I will not be sculpting. I apologize for the video. It keeps kind of breaking up and it'll slow down in pieces. For some reason, the screen capture software that I was using appears to have gotten a little bogged down, so it gets a little choppy in places. So I do want to apologize for that. This lag does make it a little less than interesting. Early artistic representations sometimes included horse-like legs, but in the 16th century they were more often represented with human legs, comically hideous, with a mane of hair, beastly faces, snub noses, which is something that were kind of common too. Satyrs were characterized as being somewhat humorous lovers of wine, music, dancing, and women. I guess that's how you get more satyrs, since they're all males. But you gotta make new ones somehow. They were companions of the god Dionysus, and were believed to inhabit remote locales such as woodlands, mountains, and pastures. They often attempted to seduce and have their way with, aggressively, without consent, nymphs and mortal women alike, there again making new satyrs. So as I'm working on my guy's face here, I realized how much he looks just like a young James Woods. Tell me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to attempt to change that. I gotta have my guy look like his own guy. In classical Athens, satyrs made up a chorus in a genre of play known as satyr play, which was a parody of tragedy known for its bawdy, obscene humor. Satyrs are kind of on this adult content. I don't know. They're not quite so cute Disney characters anymore, as we're finding out. But, fun fact, the only complete surviving play of this genre is Cyclops by Euripides, or Euripides. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to say Greek names. The lesson we're learning with the ear is just because you spend a long time making a mistake doesn't mean you should keep it. So I have gone into the modeling and I'm going to craft a new ear. The satyr Marsyas is said to have challenged the god Apollo to a musical contest. And in return, he was flayed alive for his hubris. I guess that's one way to win a fight, and the benefits of being a Greek god. Just murder the guy. You win by default. Life lesson, kids. Winning by default is still winning. I'm just going to put this out here. Sculpting hair may be one of the most difficult things that I've run into at this point. I'm working on it. I think I'm getting better with it. I'm not sure how my consistency is, but it is coming along. If you have any tips or tricks, please let me know in the comments. Tag me in tutorials. Promote yourself. Just let me know. Help me out. Although foolish and silly and very adult, satyrs were extremely smart. Although they didn't like sharing it, you had to coax it out of them or trick them, but they were extremely knowledgeable and extremely smart. They knew a lot about a lot, but also was selfish. Over the course of Greek history, the satyr has become more and more human-like and less animal-like. It's also, in recent history, started to acquire more goat-like creature features. These depictions are the result of confrontations with the Greek god Pan, who had the legs and the horns of a goat, as my guy here does. The Romans would identify the satyr as being more like fauns, who I'm sure you are also familiar with. Not the fauns, but fauns. Learn to use masking. This is a great way to keep clean what you don't want to be changed and work around areas that need to be worked. Since the Renaissance, satyrs have been most often represented with the legs and the horns of a goat. Well, there you have it. There's where I made my mistake. I'm old, I'm not that old. Representations of the satyr convorting with nymphs has been a common theme in Western art, with many famous artists creating works on the theme. Since the beginning of the 12th century, satyrs have generally lost much of their characteristic obscenity which is also why I didn't know about that. Becoming more tame and domestic creatures. Kind of sad, wild creature, nature, spirit, and we've domesticated it. We've made it a common household pet that Disney has adopted. So, not saying that Disney has a high moral standard. They have they've turned pirates into a kid's thing. So, let's not get on that topic. If you have any questions or even advice, please leave them in the comments. I would also be more than happy to take suggestions on my next sculpt. I have nothing lined up. Possibly doing a small army, a pact. I don't know what they would be called. A group, a small grouping of goblins. But I have not determined what I'm going to do next. Leave suggestions below. I'm also considering moving platforms. I'm currently using Forger. I've been using Forger for about a year. I love the program. I have had some issues, but I guess that's pretty much with anything. But I am thinking about moving to a new platform. Let me know what you use or what you would suggest. I do enjoy working on the iPad, which means I would have to move to Nomad if I moved. But my free time is generally sitting on the couch, and it's easy to have an iPad. My wife would not appreciate me bringing my entire computer onto the couch while we're watching Yellowstone at night. Also, I don't know if you can hear the repetitive noise in the background, but I am 3D printing this guy while I am adding audio to the video. So if you can hear that, I apologize. Also, let me know if you like the history lesson of the creature that I'm sculpting, or the character. It's something I would like to do more of in the future, but let me know what you think in the comments. And done. A 7-hour sculpt broke down into a 14-minute video for your viewing pleasure. Leave a comment in the comments. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.